Hello, everybody. Thank you for welcoming us here to present our solution. The teen drama actually came because it was all dramatic when we first started thinking about it. And our data scientists called like, yeah, we will be drama because we need to figure out something. So this is where the name came from. I'm Zlatan. I'm product manager for identity and security in InfoBip. I'm working on the solution called Signals. It has maybe some delay. It's a big one. Everybody makes that mistake. And with me is my colleague. Please present yourself.
Hello, my name is Karmela. I am a software engineer working on the Signals.
So yeah, actually, when the hackathon came, we were happy to participate because we already were familiar with this, and we actually did start to work on this, and this is the huge problem on the market. So you all heard about artificial generated traffic. Even Elon Musk tweeted about telcos costing $60 million yearly Twitter. So what we saw on several networks, 25% of total traffic what we have is artificial. On some networks, on some clients, when they're under attack, even 100%. So it was really mind-blowing when we saw this. And when we talk with the clients, with Discovery, actually they are having problem because like Evan, he is building solution for people to share carpooling, right? He's not building anti-bot solution or SMS inflated tool. So it is costly to build something to combat this. And also if you get a CAPTCHA, you need to type it and change it and so on. So there are different types of CAPTCHA. Some of them are really obtrusive. So if you want to combat the bots, you are now really lowering your user experience. And this is why InfoBip came in and we want to actually stop this fraud happening at all and to help the clients for the combating this artificial initiated traffic. Our solution actually prevents this traffic. At the beginning, I will talk that later on, in the real time. And what our approach is, we always talk with the client. So actually, when we built the solution, we had a huge discovery with each of the clients. And we talk, okay, what are the use cases? So fraudsters are exploiting every user-initiated interaction. So create an account, forgot password, or signing in. So everything that you can trigger, they are exploiting. And since we are also SMS firewall provider, we had some experience combating the SIM farms and providing the telcos the service. So we did have some experience, some baseline to start building this solution. Like I said, cooperation is the key. I had clients who actually had a website. You could add your phone number to this website, and you could add it multiple times, and I managed to send to myself 5 times a message within 1 minute. So there were no security practices at all implemented on the website. So what we are doing, we work with the clients together to actually help them improve their application. So we want that they do their part, and also if they share data with us, like conversion rate, IP address, and so on, because we are at the back end, we don't see what is happening on the client side. If we get more data, then we can be more sure that this was a fraud, not a real case. Now, my colleague will hear a little bit talk about the technical implementation of this solution. Please, Karmela, give you the word.
Thank you, Zlatan. So the user will initiate an OTP request, and let's say he wants to register to a taxi service, so he wants to get from a hotel to the Genesis event to hold a presentation. I'm obviously talking about myself. The enterprise, so this web-based interface for the taxi service, they don't have a CAPTCHA, and they don't need to, because they can just send this message to InfoBip, and they don't have to do anything with the anti-bot solution. And as the message enters the InfoBip platform, it will be immediately entered through the Signals engine, where it will be checked if there are any suspicious behaviors associated with this phone number, this destination. And it will be given a risk score. This is a number from 0 to 100, where 0 means we don't find this number suspicious. This is probably a legitimate user, someone wanting to get a ride. and we should just let this message through. But on the other hand, it doesn't have to be a real user. If the score is 100, that means we find this number highly suspicious. We don't think it's a legitimate user, and we recommend it to be blocked. So it should not be delivered to the destination. This message is then enriched with this 3 score, and it is proceeded to the InfoBip CPaaS platform, where it is matched against a threshold. These thresholds are specific to each client, so you have smaller and bigger brands, so they don't have the same traffic, so these thresholds are configurable per client. We do this because we want to enable as much as possible detecting the fraud, but also having a minimum of false positives. So all of these scores are logged in our system and are available to our clients to see how a message performed. Next slide, please.
Just to add a little bit on this slide. So first of all, we can, even per client, we can change per network and per country. For example, if BlaBlaCar is primary country France, okay, we say France is, let's say, legitimate users, everyone doesn't suspect anything there, so we can have a penalize less. So we can, let's say, set a risk score of 80. Everything above 80 will be blocked. Below that, we will allow it. So, but he said, okay, I have one country or one network which is really suspicious for me and I have a huge cost, okay, then we will put 40, and so on. And then we play together around it. What is also crucial to know, we have trusted MSISDN API, where everyone can upload his user base and say, okay, this is the users that I trust. They made transaction, they made a purchase. Please don't block these OTPs to them. So in this way, actually, we will make sure that users who are legitimate on the platform will receive the OTP, and those who are new or abusing some cases, we will block.
Okay, so here are some examples of these suspicious patterns that I mentioned. So this is an example where an MSISDN receives one message, but this number belongs to a prefix range, and this is obviously suspicious behavior because a huge range of numbers received one message in a really short period of time. And this one is really common and fairly easily to detect.
Basically, what we saw is that on 10,000 ranges, you get like 1 to 10 messages. And then when the fraud occurs, you have like 2,000 or 20,000 and so on. So what we are also monitoring in one of the analyses that we are doing, also we are monitoring these ranges in order to detect anomalies. So everything what we are following just, okay, how many messages also one subscriber is receiving? Are there any errors in these ranges? Because sometimes the fraudsters just increase 1 digit, and then there's unknown subscriber, absent subscriber, and so on. So we know that there is something going on then. So we took all of these factors into consideration, and we are calculating the risk score.
And another example, which is not so simple to see, because, well, only if you are InfoBip and you see the traffic for multiple brands. So a very suspicious pattern is when one number receives one message, but for multiple brands, from multiple brands in just a few seconds. So it's not really a normal behavior to have one user request so many OTPs in such short time. It's nearly impossible. So this is something that InfoBip very successfully detects as it sees the whole traffic from all brands.
The power of our data is that we are one of the largest CPaaS platforms, right? And we have multiple clients now using also the signals. And the power of the beauty of it is that everybody is contributed to overall score. There is no PII shared because there's just event. Event is just something anomaly that we detected. So actually what we had in some tests with client, 15 times more data set that they had. So when we are looking at the one brand, you will see the phone number received one message a day, no big problem. But this actually phone number received 3 messages within 6 seconds. So without other data, they wouldn't even know about it. And this is where they blend and try to pick out. So if you have your mobile phones here, you can Google it, receive free SMS online. You will see there are brands like Uber, I don't know, everybody, where there are a lot of services already which offers this kind of rent a phone number that you can use for fraud. And this is how we are catching them. So basically, I will now try to summarize all these slides because I want to have not so much time. The biggest benefit is we want to clean this traffic. So everyone will probably ask me, okay, how much it will cost? Nothing for the fraud. So InfoBip will not charge for any, we will not send this message which we detect as a fraud, and we will only have some kind of monthly fee where we'll charge based on the normal volume. So this means that we want that business is intact, that A2P SMS is still intact, and our goal is to clean up this mess, which I think everybody a little bit contributed, like brands wanted to have a much cheaper SMS, all the price, aggregators also doing trashing or something like that, MNOs also targeting the KPIs, and eventually all led to this. And now we want to bring back the trust in this ecosystem. We will soon launch globally by the end of June, so everybody who is our client can actually use it. And how we started, so why us and our team? So we, like I said, have SMS firewall before. We have data engineers, me as a product, and several other product managers working on it, security and fraud teams, routing engineers, platform operations. So we had actually people monitoring and observing, finding a pattern. So each time that somebody reports that there was a complaint from the client, we actually go and check what happened. Is there something that we capture, or there's a new thing that fraudster exploit which our system didn't detect? So we are constantly improving. So for now, I have like a roadmap for 2 years to actually work on something. We use machine learning and artificial intelligence. We want to find the patterns. We want to automatize the system as much as possible. And we are aware that one size doesn't fit all, so we are always working with the clients for the initial setup. So we ask them, what is the use case? What is the normal behavior? What do you expect from your users? Then we present them the data. So we saw on one client, for example, most of the users should receive 1 OTP, then 2, so the graph should go up. But then there was a spike on 8, and there was a huge spike on 10, exactly 10. So when we show them, okay, why are those users receiving exactly 10 messages? They said, oh yeah, they shouldn't. So this is how we work, and we really share the data and want to improve constantly. We are also, like I said, trying to find partners, try to integrate third-party data sets, everything what we can gather. We are trying to scrap the web and all those services that are available to pick up those numbers as well. So we're constantly improving this, and I think that this is the way that we should go. There are no development costs for our clients. So basically, they just say to us, turn this on. Set this, okay, this is the risky country. I want that you block aggressively this, and this is okay. So from client perspective, plug and play. For us, it's a little bit hassle, but okay. And I think there's a great future if we combine work in the ecosystem, share the data, and have some kind of maybe database that we can utilize together, then we will, I'm sure, clean this mess up together. Thank you all.
Thank you, Team Drama, for this very wonderful presentation. Erwan, do you have some questions?
Not so much, but still one. So thank you for this very clear presentation of how Signals works. It seems very effective for your customer, but what about people that are not your customer, or people, your customer, but that doesn't only use your service, but also other provider? What can you, how can you help them to protect the whole traffic, not only the one going through InfoBip?
Fortunately for now, it is only what goes through us because we can help with what we see, right? So if there is no other partner with us who is working in a similar way and is ready to contribute in some kind of shared database, then we are helpless. So I think that this is why we are having this conference and everything in order to raise awareness about it. So I know the GSMA had some fraud and security initiatives, so there were some initiatives to share this. So from my perspective, if there is a will on the market, of course, we are ready to work with others. But for now, this is for our only direct clients because there are also privacy issues and everything. You need to analyze their traffic, you need to block, you need to legal basis for the blocking, right? Because I cannot just block your message without telling you I will analyze it and do something about it. So this way, this is available currently for our direct client only. But who knows what the future will bring? We are open for everything. Like I said, even some telcos asked us about this and how can we maybe work together to clean this up. So there are telcos really who are willing to work on this. And like you said, probably they are the telcos who are exploiting this to actually gain the revenue and the short-term some KPI, and they will basically either kill the cow that they're milking. So
indeed, you cannot block the traffic which doesn't go through you, but you could still take the input of the phone number that are the attempt of sending an SMS to a phone number to give a score to another enterprise, and then the other enterprise could decide.
So this is the one step after that we will build some kind of profiling API where you can send the phone number and actually receive the risk score for it and the recommendation what to do with it. But currently, we are now focusing on this engine and working on our class, and this is something like maybe by the end of the year. So there will be API for that, but there's then the different business model, so we'll pay for the transaction. And also, it's really important to say that phone number at that time have one score. With each message that phone number sends, or the range changes, the phone itself will change the score. So what we are recommending is that using this before sending the OTP, not like caching it or doing something else, because then again, it could backfire you highly.
Sure. Okay. Last question. I understand that as you block the traffic, the brand will not pay for the blocked SMS. This is good. But I didn't really understand the business model. So it's a monthly fee to use the service, depending on your volume?
Exactly. Okay. So let's say that you are sending 1 million messages. You'll pay 250 euros. More than that, so there are the ranges where you'll fit in, because we have the processing cost for each message, but we don't want for you to be penalized. We had one client who actually had attack with 1.5 million messages within 10 days. We don't want to charge them for this attack, so actually all fraud traffic will never go into your volumes. So only legitimate traffic, what we claim that it is legitimate, will be actually going into your monthly volume as a tier. So in this way, we have a sustainable development, and we are covering costs of our servers, development, and so on. And then again, you are providing, like, you are investing in your security that you will not spend your budget for SMS within 1 month for all year, right? So in this case, you have predictable costs because this will be the signals. And we also will have, because you are sending the traffic to us, the value from us is then we will have the more volumes and better conditions as well. So it's a win-win situation for us.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have more questions.
You don't have more questions? That's great. Thank you very much, Team Drama.
Thank you.
For your presentation.